The ultimate news portal for the Philadelphia Phillies is on the air, bringing you everything about Philly's most traditional franchise.
Stay tuned for behind-the-scenes trade rumors and analysis of the big plays because our bulletin starts right now.
6 wins in a row, a sweep on the road, and right when everyone thought the story of the week was written, the Phillies dropped a bombshell nobody saw coming. A name from the Bronx, a former All-Star, a gamble that has Phillies Nation completely split down the middle. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to have to pick a side. Let's start with the winning streak, because this team is rolling right now. Wednesday night, Philadelphia completed a clean sweep over the Miami Marlins. 6 straight wins. That's not a fluke. That's momentum. In a National League race this tight, 6 in a row is the difference between fighting for a wild card spot and controlling your own destiny. The offense is clicking. The bullpen is holding leads. And this team is playing with the kind of confidence that wins in October. But while the players were celebrating in that clubhouse, Dave Dombrowski was working the phones, because that's who he is. He doesn't sit still. He doesn't get comfortable, even during a 6-game win streak. He's looking for the next move, and on Wednesday night, he made one that stopped scrolls all across baseball Twitter. Nestor Cortez is now a Philadelphia Philly. Yes, that Nestor Cortez, the lefty with the funky delivery, the guy who made the American League All-Star team in 2022, the pitcher who spent 5 seasons wearing pinstripes in the Bronx. He's officially agreed to a major league contract with the Phillies. Now here's where it gets complicated. Here's where the front office is playing a game of chess that not everyone is going to understand right away, because this isn't a straightforward addition. To make room for Cortez on the 40-man roster, the Phillies had to make a corresponding move. Brian Keller has been designated for assignment. That's a real player. That's a real career on the line. And that's the cold business side of the sport that never stops, even during a winning streak. But here's the part that's really turning heads. Cortez isn't heading to Philadelphia. He isn't even heading to AAA Lehigh Valley. He's been optioned all the way down to Single-A Clearwater. Single-A, let that sink in for a second. A former All-Star, a guy who once posted a 12-4 record with a 2.44 ERA over 28 starts, striking out 163 hitters in a single season, starting his Phillies career in Single-A ball. This is not normal. This is a signal that something deeper is going on here, and we need to talk about why. Let's rewind for a second, because context is everything with this move. Cortez has bounced around 5 different organizations across his MLB career. That instability alone tells you something about how the league views his arm right now. In 2025, he split time between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. It was ugly. 8 total starts across 2 teams. Just 34 1/3 innings pitched. A 6.29 ERA. That's not depth. That's a warning sign. And then 2026 happened. Cortez spent the entire season, the whole year, recovering from surgery on his throwing arm. He hasn't pitched in a competitive MLB game this year. Not 1 inning. So when Dombrowski's front office looked at this signing, they weren't looking at the All-Star from 2022. They were looking at a reclamation project. A pitcher trying to prove his surgically repaired arm can still get big league hitters out. This is a lottery ticket. Low cost, but a swing for something that could matter in September. And nobody summed up the surreal nature of the signing better than the man who's actually leading this team right now. Interim manager Don Mattingly. When reporters asked him about Cortez, his answer was stunningly honest. He said, quote, "I just kind of heard about it last night." Think about that for a second. The manager of a first-place caliber team, in the middle of a 6-game winning streak, finding out about a major roster move the same way we did. On the news, he kept going. He said, quote, "I don't think I've ever seen Nestor pitch, besides a few pitches on TV and things like that. I've never seen him in person, so we'll see." This is the man responsible for building a pitching staff for a playoff push. And he's basically telling you he's walking in blind on this one. That's how fast his front office moves. That's how much trust Dombrowski has in his scouting department. Independent of what the dugout even knows yet. Mattingly did try to put a positive spin on it, though. He said, quote, "I think it's depth. It's another guy that's got experience. And obviously we wouldn't have signed him if they didn't think he's throwing the ball pretty good. Read between the lines there. They wouldn't have signed him. Not we. This is a front office decision. Full stop. This is Dombrowski and his group betting on medical reports and underlying metrics that the coaching staff hasn't even seen with their own eyes yet. So now the question becomes, why make this move right now in the middle of a winning streak when everything on the field is going right? Because championship front offices don't wait for cracks to show. They get ahead of them. Starting pitching depth wins championships in October. Bullpens get exposed. Starters get hurt. Innings pile up. Dombrowski has seen this movie before. He knows that the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit often comes down to arm number 6 or 7 on your pitching depth chart. Right now, Nestor Cortez is a low-risk, high-reward flyer buried in Clearwater. But if his surgically repaired arm bounces back, if the deception, the funky angles, the deceptive velocity come back online in September, this management team wants him ready. This is chess, not checkers. While one hand celebrates a sweep in Miami, the other hand is already building insurance for October. That's how you run a front office that's serious about winning now. But let's not sugarcoat the ISK here either, because this isn't a slam dunk, not even close. We're talking about a pitcher who was one of the worst qualified starters in all of baseball last season before he even got hurt. A 6.29 ERA doesn't happen by accident. We're talking about a full season loss of arm surgery. We're talking about a guy who's going to need multiple minor league starts just to build up arm strength, control, and command before he's even a conversation for the big leagues. The math doesn't lie. If he needs, say, 4 to 6 weeks in the minors to ramp up, we are talking about a late September or even early October return, right in the thick of a pennant race, or maybe even the first round of the playoffs. Is that too late? Is that too big of a gamble to bring an improving arm into a pressure cooker environment with 0 MLB innings in over a year? This is where Phillies Nation needs to have an honest conversation with itself, because this front office is essentially telling you, we are willing to bet a roster spot and a real player's career in Brian Keller on the chance that a rebuilt arm can help us win a World Series. So here's a debate. Here's the question that's going to blow up the comment section. If Nestor Cortez comes back healthy, and he's throwing well in these final few weeks of minor league ramp-up, would you trust him on the mound in a critical playoff game this October? A guy with almost 0 track record with this organization. A guy the manager himself has barely ever watched pitch. A guy coming off major arm surgery. Would you hand him the ball in a win or go home game? Or is this move purely about the regular season? Just rotation insurance in case somebody gets hurt in the final stretch. With 0 expectation he's anywhere near the playoff roster? Because those are 2 very different bets. One is measured, calculated depth. The other is a full-blown leap of faith with a former all-star trying to remind the league who he used to be. Dombrowski clearly sees something in the medicals. He sees something in the reports his scouts are bringing back. But medicals and scouting reports don't always translate to results when the lights are brightest and the stakes are highest. This is a tension defining the Phillies right now. A team that's white hot, winning 6 straight, playing with total confidence, and a front office that refuses to get complacent, even when everything is going right. That's the DNA of an organization built to win now, not just survive the regular season. So, Phillies Nation, I want to know where you stand. Drop a comment right now. Tell me, is Nestor Cortez going to be a difference maker in this bullpen or in this rotation come playoff time? Or is this simply organizational depth that never sees the light of day in the bank come October? Do you trust Dombrowski's front office to have found value where everyone else saw a broken down arm? Or is this the kind of move that looks smart in August and completely backfires when the games matter most? Say it in the comments. Defend your take, because Phillies Nation doesn't sit on the fence. And I want to see this debate blow up. This team is winning right now, and they're not slowing down. But moves like this one prove something important. This front office is never satisfied. They're always building, always scheming, always preparing for the next crisis before it even happens. If you want to be ahead of every single move this organization makes, From the trade deadline drama to the September call-ups, from the playoff rotation revealed to the biggest off-season bombs. You need to hit subscribe right now. Turn on that notification bell, because the Phillies are not slowing down, and neither are we. This ride is just getting started, and you do not want to miss what happens next.